Hey Canucks fans, I hate to say it, but last night confirmed for me that the Canucks simply are not a playoff caliber team. I'm Canuck Clay, and this is my Canucks take on one take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary for Sunday, February the 20th. If you're new, here's what you should do. Hit the subscribe button now for daily Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. Don't forget tonight, 10 p.m., my regular Sunday night live stream. And then before that at 8:30 p.m. for Franchise and Up, our monthly Zoom call. I've sent that link out through the community tab already. It pains me to say what I said off the top because you guys know I'm the founder of the GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club. No one wants the Canucks to make the playoffs more than I do. Truly. I think of what it does for the team, the players, the morale, the fan base, the revenue, all those type of things. Just the atmosphere. An atmosphere that it kind of almost was like that a little bit last night. The way Bruce Boudreau hyped up the game, the way that it was going to be a full capacity crowd for the first time in over 2 months, the way that they used Stone Cold Steve Austin's entrance music to bring the Canucks onto the ice, which is pretty cool. I actually tweeted that, and Stone Cold Steve Austin retweeted that to his 5 million followers. That was not something I expected last night, but everything was in line. Everything was lining up for it to be a really, really exciting game. The Canucks only a few points behind this Anaheim Ducks team with a game in hand, a chance to close the gap and really solidify their spot, not as a playoff team, but at least as a team on the verge of battling for a playoff spot over the final 2 months of the season. Then I'm there with my lovely wife, Gail, her first public foray since her surgery a week and a half ago. Her major surgery, was thrilled to be there. It was kind of funny that she set off the metal detector with her staples up her belly, but that's okay. We knew that was going to happen. We had a good chuckle with the security guard. And then being in the Encore suite, thanks to Jason Lim of Van City Experts. Thank you for your generosity. Up there, stuffing our face. Everything looked primed for a wonderful night. And then what did the Canucks do? They laid an egg. They laid an egg in the worst possible way. They laid a 3-minute and 23-second egg, with Anaheim scoring 57 seconds into the game, following that up with a goal 3:23 into the game, adding a third goal at the 14-minute mark of the first. And basically, that was the game, set, match right there. They took the crowd out of the game, a crowd, like I said, 18,000 strong that were ready to cheer. They so badly wanted to cheer. They wanted to get rowdy. They wanted to support the team. And they were, in essence, taken out of it 3.5 minutes into the game. It was tough. It was rough. And I think that's the most disappointing thing for me is after 2 months away, full capacity, after such a build, and the Canucks knew what was at stake. They talked about it for the past couple of days. All the fans knew what was at stake. And then it was bad. The second shift of the game, after a quick whistle, once the net got knocked off, Kyle Burroughs gets stapled in the boards, and then he's done. So his game's done after a minute of play. And then there's no penalty on the play. The Canucks clear the puck. They come back down, the Ducks do, and they score on a tip-in. Terry scores on a tip-in. Delory scores on a tip-in. Raquel scores on a tip-in. And then you can kind of see a trend here. So I'm not going to blame Demko actually on. And then Henrique was a bang play from in front of the net. Sam Steele, same thing. So really, it was tough. It was tough. Demko did not get any support, and the Canucks were outscored by shots. By the end of the first period, Anaheim had 3 shots on goal. Sorry, Anaheim had 3 goals, and the Canucks only had 2 shots on net. Think about that. Anaheim 3 goals, Vancouver 2 shots. After Anaheim had scored their 5th goal of the game, just 4 minutes into the second period, the Canucks only had 3 shots on net. So Anaheim 5 goals, Vancouver 3 shots on net. And I'm not going to go through every single player, every single stat, but the fact that Anaheim went 2 for 5 on the power play and we only went 1 for 3. Again, special teams really hurting this team. And yesterday's vlog, I was all excited. I was rattling off all these stats about how the Canucks have improved under Bruce Boudreau, which they have. But it's inexcusable how they come out so flat in arguably the biggest game of their season last night. And remember, it's not like even though they won the last 2 prior to that, Toronto outplayed them last Saturday. And you know that, and then the San Jose, I'd say San Jose outplayed them in that win on Thursday. And then prior to that, they had lost to the Islanders very badly. So another concerning game. A couple bright spots. I thought that the Garland, Pearson, Pettersson line was good. And Pearson had 2, Garland had 2 points, and Pettersson had 3. But really, those were the standout guys. Miller's line had a rough game. Miller, Besser, and Horvat. A lot of people upset with Horvat today. And then on the back end, Hughes struggled. Sure, he had 2 points, but he was a -2. And I don't know what he was doing on the 6th Anaheim goal, where he tried to place it through the crease and through Halak's legs, and it set off a comedy of errors. So overall, without getting into individual performances, I just think if you know that that's such a big game coming up against a team that you are basically have to beat out at the end of the day to make the playoffs, and you're down 2 goals 3.5 minutes in, and then you're down 3 goals after the first period with only 2 shots, you're down 5 goals 3 minutes into the second period with only 3 shots. That just speaks to everything: a lack of preparation, a lack of coaching, admittedly, a lack of execution for sure by the players, and a lack of pride, a lack of determination. Of course, I'm still a Canucks fan. Of course, I'm still going to vlog about this team. Of course, I'm still going to go to the games whenever I can, i.e. tomorrow night against Seattle, Thursday night against Calgary. And I'm looking forward to cheering and hoping that they win. But if I step back, as much as I love this team, and I look at the way the roster is set up, they're not a playoff team. They're simply not. They have to get more dynamic up front. And you thought, they're going to be so strong with their top 9 of Miller, Besser, Horvat, Pettersson, Pearson, Garland, Podkolzin, Höglander, Dickinson. But Dickinson has been a disappointment. Höglander and Podkolzin have been quite inconsistent. So already now you're down to 6 good forwards. And then you could argue that Horvat's been struggling as well. So I'm not pinning it all on Horvat, even though that's the second time I've mentioned him. He's just the captain. He's got to step up a little bit. So overall, it's rough. So they're not dynamic enough on offense. Their line of Mott, Lamico, and Highmore, that's fine. But you don't expect them to be offense drivers. And then on D, Burrows got hurt. Ekman Larsson gets hurt with 6 minutes left in the game. It just shows how thin they are already with Pullman out. And then you look at the right side. Who would you say is really good on that right side? Myers has been okay. Schen's been a nice surprise, but Hamonic struggled. Pullman struggled. And then on the left, Hughes and Ekman Larsson, they've been fine. But as soon as Ekman Larsson or Hughes goes out, you see how woefully thin the Canucks are on D. And goaltending, I say, is not an issue for this team. And it won't be an issue for years to come as long as you have Demko and someone like Martin backing him up. Not a great game last night, but certainly not going to pin it on the goaltending. So overall, it was frustrating. I think that was the most thing. The toughest thing is I was primed, along with 19,000 other people, primed for a really good performance by the Canucks, a playoff-type atmosphere, and 3 minutes in the game, it seemed like it was already done. That's tough. Canucks fans, let me know. Am I being too harsh or am I being too easy on the team? I'd love to know your thoughts. Yeah, I admit I'm pretty frustrated because I wanted to see a big win last night. But I think last night for me really changed the narrative for how the Canucks need to look at the rest of their season and going forward, and not being afraid to make big moves because something is not right within the core of this team. Let me know your thoughts below. Whether you frame it as what you liked, what you didn't like, or one other thing. I kind of just blabbed it all there because I haven't been able to do a lot of post-game videos now following that format, so I kind of do it the next day and just talk about the game. I'd love to know your thoughts about the game. I'm going to post this now, record my Ask Me Anything vlog, and then don't forget tonight, 8:30 p.m. for members, franchising up, Zoom chat, 10 p.m. YouTube live stream for everyone. But I'd love to know your thoughts about the game and how you're feeling about this team right now. Are you disappointed, as frustrated as I am right now, right here? Okay, shout out to my sponsors, Perform and Transform, personal training and weight loss. Sign up now for my free 7-day trial. Use the link in my video descriptions. And to Van City Experts, Jason Lim and his team, contact them for all of your real estate needs. And thank you, Jason, for treating Gil and me to the game last night. Thanks to legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Justin Credible, legendary Andrew Chang, hero member NucksFan number 29, Hall of Fame members Jens 95, Sim Alexander, Chris Seifert, Adam Broomfield, Shannon Hollingworth, HSM Fangirl Gaming, Smooth Groove, Funk You, and Carol Bovenlander. Thank you for your support as always, and thanks to the support of all members, all levels. You're listed in my video descriptions. If you want to become a member of the CCC Crew, press the join button underneath this during my videos on the memberships tab on my YouTube channel. Subscribe, like this video, Become a member, upgrade, and leave a comment down below. Tell me how you're feeling about this game, about this team, and tell me how you're feeling about last night's game. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. Enjoy your Sunday. God bless, and I'll see you tonight at 10 p.m. Go Canucks, go.